Celesta, hey man, how are you? Celesta writes, "What up, sir? Just this sir in the house." LOL. Good to have you here, man. It's pretty early in the morning here in Sydney, Australia. 7:30 a.m. to be exact, and just getting some yeah, just feeling inspired and just wanting to finish off this sketch card and listening to my pretty cool podcast. Celesta writes, "Is that a 5x7 you're working on there?" 5x7 inches, no, it's just a standard sketch card size. I mean, to compare it, this is a trading card. I mean, it's pretty much the same size, right? So yeah, 5x7 inches is something I'm probably more comfortable with. That's like a notebook size, just a little bit smaller than a comic page, right? So yeah, no, this is a sketch card, man. How about you, Celeste? Have you is there any kind of work that you're currently doing at the moment? I've been noticing you doing a lot of Transformers, which looks really cool. So yeah, good on you for doing that. Um, like seeing you do sharing your sketch cards that you do. Pretty cool, man. I really like it. Yeah. So what I'm doing here is just adding a lot more values, a lot more contrast to the background. Um, just adding some more blacks. Celeste writes, "Oh well, I didn't know you lived in Australia. It's 5:30 p.m. here in the US of A." Yeah, man. Yeah, I love being in Australia. I got family in the States, California. Um, I know there's a strong Filipino community in the States, just like here in Australia. There's a strong Filipino community. Um, so that's pretty cool, huh? Okay. I think I want to add a little bit more purple. Maybe some blue. Maybe just a little bit more blue everywhere. See how that looks. I know this stream. I wrote the title, "Inking Colossus." I'm definitely going to head to that and do some inking. And inking, what I mean is adding the 100% blacks, definite hard shadow areas. So not actual line work, but just adding the shadow areas. Not shading, but yeah, I'll show you. But just adding the 100% black shadows, which are the black highlights. Then usually while I'm there, I think about the white highlights as well, and I'm going to allocate that. And if I feel like it, add them on already. Feel like it meaning if it's suitable in that moment. If I need to just re-clarify my contrast for this sketch card and the values I'm trying to adjust and create. Usually with my artwork, I like very vivid colors and I like a full contrast. And so this is like if you think that's like a Joe Jusko kind of style, speaking in color palette terms, and color composition. Very big fan of Joe Jusko. Celeste writes, "Actually, I just got paid and drew 3 commissions last weekend for some new customers and have just been approached last night for another potential commission. Lot of G.I. Joe fans. I'm pulling in work because of." Yeah, awesome, man. Good on you. Yeah, it's a really cool opportunity to do what you love and um, know that people find value in it, whether it be through comments, interaction, financial support. Um, yeah, so yeah, good on you, man. Get in there. Okay, I think. Have a look on the screen yet. I'm going to add a little bit more blues, a bit more purples. Oh man, yeah, G.I. Joe with Transformers, always a really cool. I wonder why they didn't do a G.I. Joe movie with Transformers. That would be so cool. I guess they kind of already have done that without being an official G.I. Joe title, right? Because I know the Transformer movies, there's a heavy human connection and interaction. But they should make that official. It'd be really cool, I reckon. Because Hasbro has licenses and LSC for both franchises, right? That'd be sick. I'm starting to get over doing this background. I'm itching to get onto the blacks. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna grab. What am I gonna grab? I'm gonna grab. There's something I didn't do. I'm gonna grab my Copic multiliner 0.003. 0.03. Celesterites, sketch cards, commissions. The one of those three asked me to draw a card. Liked what I did so much that he added me to his Joe group. Nice, man. And then the third complete stranger commented and asked me for cards. Good on you, bro. Get in there. Show him what it's all about. Okay, so let's do this. And something I want to try to do is not create any outlines. Keep a painted feel. And just establish the 100% blacks, right? That's my goal. So I don't want a comic look, I want a more painted look. And I want to establish his face. I want to be confident with his face. All right. It's going to clean the felt. Okay. Actually, I'm not feeling very loose at the moment, confident that I can hit the face. So I'm gonna start on his hair, let's say, huh? And the Colossus chiseled head. Good. Good. Put that down. So this 0.03 is super duper fine. And something I want to start getting used to using. Celeste writes, the third guy was a pre-existing member of that Joe group. Nice. I've also been paying for that Retro 2 set. I don't remember if you worked on either of those or not with Bianca Thompson. No, it was all sold out by the time I inquired, so yeah, but yeah, man, looking forward to the retro set coming up. Very cool. Alright, and so let's establish the outline of the face from jaw. So, yes, it's good. Liking the detail of this. I think this will be staple in my tools forever. This pen. Oh, I just fucked up. Damn it. Where did I fuck up? Yeah, I think I can say that. Okay. Definitely not listening. So because of this. It's gonna hurt me, but it's alright. I think I still got it. Right. Celeste writes, as a new professional sketch card artist, I still struggle with fitting the subject onto a card. Drawing small enough to make room on the card. Yeah, man, it's just something, yeah, you just have to keep experimenting with and just keep doing it. You'll get the feel for it, man. Okay, so under the chin, maybe I'm gonna try this. Usually with my sketch cards, I leave the face for last. This time, I just want to try how it feels with doing it first. See if I can bring life to this sketch card and draw inspiration from there. But at the moment, really liking this pen. Badass. Okay. Alright, let's salvage this face because I'm feeling a little bit strange with this face. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's do the hard brow. Mm-hmm. That crease. And look at this. Pinch of the nose, then the sinus. top of the eyelid. And define a little bit more. Alright, feeling much better. Yes. Definitely liking this, the detail this pen is creating. Start the good. I want to do this. I want to do it like this. Oh yeah. Alright, feeling much better. That's good. Bring his nose out a bit more. Do something like this. Mm-hmm. Good, good. Alright. Celeste writes, I try to stay positive about that struggle because this is still my first year working with sketch cards. Plus, my overall drawing ability has improved a lot just from being locked down at home. Having extra time to practice and becoming new friends with all of you fellow artists. Love it, man. That's a very good attitude. Yeah, I think something I've learned is just to definitely just keep creating art. It's something I still struggle with. Still struggle with trying to do something that's overly perfect and being too critical of myself, and therefore nothing ever gets done. So, and this is just an exercise on this sketch card. It's just to maybe try out some different techniques. Right. Right, let's tackle his mouth area. Yeah. Coming along. Definitely want his jaw to sit out more, but I think I just have to take it for what it's worth. Yes. Okay. Yes. That's it. All right. I don't want to push my luck, but I think we're pretty good. And the general rule is the more detail you put in the face, the more aged it will look. If you know what I mean. Boom, boom. All right, anything else that I need to do here that I think that will help? Maybe I just nib off here. The man really like this pen, eh? It has the detail that I want. The detail and the clarity that I'm looking to create. Yeah, I think this is a badass pen. Okay, I'll create something. I'll do some shading after that. All right, fantastic. I'm happy with the face. Something that always freaks me out. All right. Whew, Colossus face done. Inking anyway. So while I'm here, I want to do some shading. And this is still what I call the inking process, huh? All right, so let's keep adding some values. So definitely up here is going to be black. I think generally his head I want to keep black. This is kind of black up here. This area here. Down here. Probably going to try and level it off to be a bit more in line. But that's alright. How about under here? Definitely in here. Definitely on his left ear. Alright, so let's establish some shadow with his face, huh? Okay. And as I said on the other stream, the light source will be coming from his left, from his right side of his face, a little bit on the top. So if you can just imagine his light source coming from here, hitting most of his body. And his skin is made of metal chrome, so we can establish a lot of highlights. And a lot of that Joe Jusco, like that chrome look. And there's some pretty interesting things to tackle this kind of look, which is a lot of fun. Put a bit too good on that one. Okay, good. Just establishing shadows on the chin. And the great thing with these pencils that they're wax based is that I can go ahead and, if I make a mistake, kind of take it out with some blue tack and then blend it out with some light solvent, and which I mentioned before, which is odorless baby oil is what I'm using as a solvent. Okay, for sure. Sure. Oh, under the brow, on his eyelid. Same for both spots. Boom, boom. On the side of his face, which creates a lot of shadow, a lot of tension on his brow. Establish that. Yep, liking it. Hey, I think I found something that I like. A process that I like. Could be something good. All right. Okay. Danny D writes, just cooling, checking the feed for eye processing video in the background. Cool, man. LOL. Celeste writes, what's up, Danny D? What's up, guys? And then Celeste further writes, oh my god, you actually have some of those Just Go cards. I remember when they came out, LOL, but I didn't. But didn't actually buy any back then. I got the comic book releases of that collection. Oh man, Celeste, I think the comic book releases are even better because you get to see much more detail. Okay, so that's a little bit of shading on the face with some hard black inks. And this is Faber-Castell Polychromos. Yep, so happy with how it's looking so far. So far, so good. Okay, so what else did I want to do? Yeah, so let's keep going further with establishing the shadows with 100% black. So there's a definite line happening around this area. Definite line happening around this muscle, which is the side of his triceps. Oh yes. So let's establish his shoulder pads then, huh? Yeah. Apparently it goes like this. Good, because I don't want that painted look. And just a little bit. That. And then something like this. Right. And oh yes, okay, so let's establish some shadows there. This will be black, and from here to there, this will be black. So while we're here, let's go and establish that. So I've got a Copic multiliner again, but this is the brush version. Okay. Fantastic thing we know already that Copic does is that you're able to refill. The pens, they're a good investment because you're able to refill Copic pens, most of them anyway. And so, as an artist, you should have them in your toolkit at all times, ready to go. So they're a good investment. Yeah? All right. Okay, so keep my reference work next to me. So, good. All right. Any other? No, I wouldn't say. Maybe around here. There we go. And there's a lot of shadow under his arm. So I think we'll go ahead and establish that. And how do I want to do this? I want to do this like this. Like this. Boom. So much easier to do downstrokes, just like in guitar, than it is to do side strokes. I mean, I don't think that even exists when playing guitar, but well, let me put it this way: upstrokes. It's easier to do a downstroke than it is an upstroke when inking. Yeah, I think that's a better term. See, like when I do upstrokes, I'm not as strong. There's some shadow here. And this is the area that connects his elbow. So it's a bit of foreshortening. So he's literally, is he doing this? Yeah, he's kind of doing like this. Like that. Happy with that, happy with that. I think this pen's going to be my staple, a 0.03, just to establish 100% blacks. All right. Yep, that connects there, connects there. Maybe look at this. Nice. All right, then while I'm here, let's do his right hand and forearm area. Before that, I'm gonna put a playlist on my Spotify. I feel motivated. Oh snap! I've only got 5% left. Yeah. Yeah. Celeste writes, "It looks great!" Exclamation mark. Thank you, bro. Yeah, just taking my time on it, just working on some different methods, see how I feel about it. Yeah. Oh, I have one viewer from Twitch. Hello to that one viewer on Twitch. Twitch is something I'm trying to learn and trying to understand. Because I usually stream a lot on Facebook, on my art page, and straight to YouTube. Yeah, enjoying what I'm learning, which is good. Let's see how much music I can play with 5% in my ear. How we do? Let's see. That's what I got so far. I think I'll use this method from now on. A 0.03 looks really cool. Okay, this is his thumb. This is his finger. That's his first finger. Index. His ring finger. And I think this would then be his pinky. Okay, and then, oh, there's some black shadow here. Just like that. Uh-oh, I think I messed up again. I did an upstroke. Let me see if I can save it. Yeah, it's alright. Alright. That's all the black ink I can see on this. Okay, so let's do his right arm. So then we're talking about bicep, forearm, and hand. So there's a lot of shadow under here. Let's go ahead and establish that. Boom. Okay, there seems to be a big crease here. Okay, so that's his bicep, just rounding it off. Hard clear edge here. Oh, I'm doing upstroke again. Move on. Okay, so there seems to be an outline shadow of his thumb and palm. Just going to go ahead and establish that. Keep going like this. All right, that's good. It's starting to loosen up now, so I'm feeling more confident with my upstrokes. And I think I will establish shadow, goes like that. Maybe something like this. And that is all black. Let's see how much I can do with the brush. And the rest of it I'll just do with 0.3. Ball. What else is there to do? Okay, his first finger. That's good. His index finger. And then his ring finger. And then let's just then indicate the pinky. I think that's it, man. Oui. Très bien. Flexing my French there. What do you guys reckon? All right. That's what we got so far. Maybe I'm going to do a little bit more. Yep, since I'm feeling a bit more confident. Far away you've come. Okay, so let's do his abdominals. Because there is some very hard blacks here. Which looks like this. Good. So maybe some white work here. Good. Same thing from here. So we go with that. Just because I'm OCD, I'm gonna establish this line as well. Good. And then let's block it off by establishing his belt. Done. Oh, sun's going. Man, it's been so windy here lately. Such a windy day. All right, so what do we got? We got this. We got that. We got this oblique. Anything else? I'll do some shading. All right, so there's a hard shadow on his pectoral here. Celeste writes, oh, I see it now. I just started learning how to do the same thing, filling in with color first and going back over the details with inks. Yeah, to comment on that, Celeste, I usually would do the inks first, which is, for me, not the outline, but just to establish the shadow, the hard shadows with ink. So it's still inking, but actually not doing typical comic style black ink outlines. And what I mean by that is that I'm not out inking the whole every outline. Now I'm selectively inking parts that I think show shadow, if you know what I mean. Done. Okay. His belt is fine. Okay, let's do the underneath part. Side of it. Damn you abstracts. Oh. This part here is quite definite. This is definite. Okay, so let's handle his crotch and pants area. And create a hard line to separate his leg. And I want to create another hard line to separate his pants. Good, good. Okay. Finish off his crotch. Really happy with that. Okay with that. Establishing some of his quad muscles, quadriceps. That's about it. I'm happy with that so far. Alright guys, so that means we're finished with the black ink of the 0.03 multiliner, and let's go with the Faber-Castell Polychromos to shadows. I'm going to work from the top right to the bottom left, since I'm left-handed and I don't smudge anything. Right, here we go. There seems to be a shadow here. So his jugular. This guy has neck muscles up the wazoo, huh? Shadow here. Shadow there. Definite shadow here. Shadows up here. Shadows here. Different shadows under there. Alright, so let's do his huge arm. Let's start with his shoulder. Okay, so establish some of his deltoids. His back deltoid. I think it's called the third deltoid or something like that. And some shadow here. Okay, there. Okay, so let's move around a little bit. Here, here. Hard shadows here. Shadows here. Okay, happy with that. Under the bicep, makes sense. Okay, instead of the forearm, that makes sense too. This overall area is quite shaded. It's in here as well. Okay, this area as well. Down a little bit. And leave the fingers for later. There's a little bit of shade here. Alright. Good, good. And this is just a black shading. I can go in there with deeper tones of the red. So probably use this to make the reds deeper, or maybe mix it up with some violets, purples, maybe some maroon. So here, definite shadow. Very good. Very good. Very good. 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 All right. What else? What else is there? Definitely under here. Some shadow. Definitely under here. Some shadow. There. And here. Good. From here. There. So, all right. So a little bit more rendering with the shading and the black inks. Yeah, definitely gonna make this area not so pronounced with the blue. What else? Because I don't want to do any different shades of different colors at the moment. That's at my third step, which is the details. Right now, this is still the black inks. Maybe it's a good point to establish some of the white highlights. Could be interesting. What do you reckon? Maybe not, because maybe I want to do some blending of this of some solvents first. What to do? What to do? No, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. No. Okay, thinking back, what's my next step generally? Next step generally, done the inks. Yeah, I think we're up to the adding light sources. We're heading into the third phase, so which is white highlights, and then rounding the sketch card off with adding different colors, the secondary light source. Actually, I might handle the secondary light source right now. Could be fun. All right. And the secondary light source is going to be a blue. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Let's make it like an orange or... Yeah, let's make it an orange. And... Yeah, let's define the secondary light source, which, as I said in the previous stream, is going to be backlit. So that means... That means... Do I want a blue? I think I want a blue. Don't know if that makes sense, but all right, let's use our reference material and see what Joe Josko has done. Our secondary light source, a blue color, is a violet. So I think he's thinking blue and the red or orange creates purple, right? Does that make sense? And what does Bob Larkin do? Bob Larkin does... so he does white highlights. Which is like a light blue metallic. If I got my answer, then it's purple. It's gonna be a purple. So maybe let's do this one, huh? Actually, let's do this one. Or should it be this one? Let me check. I think it's gonna be this one. Right. So it is this area. So secondary light source will be around here. Of course, at the final stages, I'm gonna put some hard white gel as a highlight. Here. Here. Definitely here. Definitely also use belt buckle. Look at that. And then look at this. Oh, heavy on these obliques. Cool. And a little bit on his lateral, on his left. Is it his left? Yes, left lateral. Uh-oh. My nose is getting sensitive from the hay fever. Must mean it's getting windy again. Damn you, spring seasonal bullshit. Okay, just a little bit of color here. Good, I'm liking it. A little bit of color up here, which doesn't do much. A little bit of color up here on his, what's this muscle? His traps, trapezoids. Up here. What about on the face? Oh yeah, he's this cheek here. I think this is one of my favorite parts, the secondary light source. Makes things so much more dynamic. Maybe I can go ahead and add some different gels or something on top of this to just highlight it further. Know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool idea. Because as a finishing touch, I like to add some metallic gels on top, which is pretty cool. Alright. Okay, some up on his fingers. Some up on his forearm up here. Good. Good, good. And there's definite on top of his hand. Knuckles. Good. Alright. Good. Secondary light source established. So then let's add some hues and values to his other colors. Let's establish the red then, huh? So I'll probably use this. I'm gonna use this. Actually, I might use, go ahead with this. Look at that. Shoulder pad. Boom. So just to let you guys know, this is a very hard application, like as in I'm adding a lot of pressure. Okay. Adding a deeper hue, deeper color to this red. Adding layers of the wax pencil. So when in detail, it looks really cool, and overall it gives a bit more 3D realistic look. And I said, as I've already said, I'm probably going to use my light solvent, which is odorless baby oil, to blend out my wax polychromos pencils and give that painted kind of look, that overall painted look, which is very cool. Something I like to do. Let's use this. Add some more. I think that's enough with the red. Now, I'm keen on this orange, this yellow area. Yes. Yeah. Hit that right? Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Yes. Celeste writes, spring. It just turned fall this week here. Yeah, man. It's on this side of the world. It's starting to be spring. And hay fever for me, as I'm getting older in life, hay fever is hitting me, which is quite strange because as a child and as a kid, as a young man, it didn't even bother me. But now, oh, hay fever is getting to me. Not good. Again, heavy application, a lot of pressure I'm applying. And then let's do, I think his belt is heading towards more of a red as an orange. Well, let's establish it anyway. So clearly there's some shadow here. And as the light source heads away, some shadow here. Same thing with this side. And let me try and blend it out with maybe some of this. So this is like a dry blending technique that you can do. Okay, now that's oh, maybe there's a little bit of something like this going on here. then, yeah, I think I need to think about this chrome skin. So with Joe Jusco, he's done a lot of white highlights and a lot of black chrome lines and blue chrome lines. All right. So what does that mean? That means I think I'll get introduced some blue. Yeah. So I think I will take. I'm going to choose this one. Celeste writes, take anything with antihistamines in it. LOL. The histamines are what cause the itching and irritation. Right. That and some eye drops and your symptoms should lessen light. Oh man, thank you so much for that advice. Maybe I think I should have already known this, but man, the itching and irritation. Yeah, my irritation mostly is around my nose area. It's just like I'm perpetually sneezing and like my nose is inside sensitive and like yeah, and there's like it's just dry. So maybe yeah, I'll look into it. Thank you for that, Sylvester. Good looking out, bro. So what has it done again? Okay. I'm gonna try it. Let's just try it with the legs right now. Maybe not as hard an application. Okay, it's looking all right. Maybe I do look at. Looking at the camera kind of shows me an overall look I'm trying to achieve. Oh, okay. Hmm. Mhm. Cool. I think that's giving the right effect I'm looking for. Celeste writes, the other crucial thing is to keep your face and hands clean and to avoid touching your face as much as possible. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? Especially in this kind of tumultuous situation around the world with COVID. Yeah, I'm definitely not one to really touch my face. But in saying that, I probably do touch my face a lot. Alright, so here's the thinking around this blue. So the muscles are a lot of kind of cylindrical shapes. So I think I'm just going to highlight the areas that kind of bulge out. I think that's like the general rule that I'm trying to look for. So this makes sense with the obliques, side abs, his lower abs, and of course his lateral, his lats. I don't want to do something like that. Okay, so let's the shoulder, kind of the same thing. Let's do something like that. Something like this. Kind of just freeballing here now. Okay, this around there. This around here. Is that a bulging? Okay. I think it's coming together, guys and gals, if anybody else is watching. Okay. Feel his fingers. Establish some on his face as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Do something. Yeah, that looks cool, man. Alright, very cool. Alright, so here's what I got so far, guys. What do you reckon? Mm-hmm. There's still something, I'm still not there yet. Maybe it's because I'm missing the white highlights, but I'm feel like I'm missing something. And it might take maybe a break for me to understand what's happening here. Maybe I need to blend it out with a solvent, let it dry and see how it goes from there. But yeah, I think this is it. This is, what is it? Oh, okay, maybe like just under 1 hour and 30 minutes. Oh, Celesta writes, because the excessive itching would naturally make you rub your eyes or nose, yeah, which term makes the symptoms worse. I totally think that's, I totally agree with that. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go and have some breakfast, see if my girl's awake, and we want to start the day together. It's a beautiful day. Looks windy again, but hope you guys are having enjoying the rest of your night or enjoying the rest of your day. It's currently 8:54, short for 9 a.m. here in Australia, Sydney. And yeah, the next time I might do a quick another stream today where I'll show you guys how I blend out. So this is my solvent, baby oil, and it just activates that wax pencils. Celeste, right? It was good seeing you again. Yeah, man, it's always good to chat with you, Celeste. Yeah, keep showing us, all of us, more of your trading cards, huh? Your sketch cards. And everybody else, do the same. I'd love to see your creative work. All right, catch you later, guys.